Hey guys, SK here, back with another Clash Royale video. Hope you guys are all doing well. In today's video, I'm starting my road to Ultimate Champion League. I'm currently right at the start of Royal Champion, and okay, we are greeted with Royal Recruit's first play. I have to give him the sarcastic well played, of course, for that ultimate display of skill right there. I am right at the beginning of Royal Champion, so I'm playing with 3.0 Xbow Cycle as always, and I will be recording my push up to Ultimate Champion. It's going to take quite a while because there's like, I don't know, like 10 steps I think up there or more. So I'm just going to be doing the first half right now, and I'll be continuing the rest in another part. That should full defend the recruits, but I don't know what he really has. I also did not see his Evo. I'm going to assume it's Evo recruits, but it's actually going to be Evo Mortar. And he goes for a Mighty in front. I'll actually Knight to protect my Tesla. I kind of don't have a choice here, because I need my Tesla to stay alive to kill that Mortar. And he's going to Miner. Honestly, not a misplay. Well, I would say maybe a misplay. I'm going to go in anyways. I mean, that was very aggressive on his end, especially with those bats there. Completely unnecessary bats. And he should be super low. Yeah, he's extremely low in elixir. Going to Ice Spirit to catch the Barbarian. I had no idea he had a gang in here, or I would have tried to log in. Wow, those Goblins just completely wrap around my Xbow, completely dodging that log. So that is a little bit unfortunate to say the least, but I think we are still okay. Still have a decent damage lead, about 200 in the left. And so this is going to be Recruit's Mortar Miner. I believe he might have a little Prince in here, but maybe not because he has a gang. Recruits are coming down, though. That's going to be a pain. Let's see what his spells are, because if he has like a Poison or a Fireball, he might be inclined to Poison or Fireball the right side right now. Yeah, he does Fireball Archer as I suspected, so I'll just try and protect my Evo Archer as best I can with my Skellies. He does go for a Miner to snipe it, honestly well played, but I'm just going to kite everything into the middle with my Ice Spirit, and hopefully it's going to go to my Knight. No, it's not. Okay, that is actually quite a disaster. Gonna have to go for my Archers late, but they're actually bypassing the Archers and stabbing the tower, so those Recruits were not very friendly, and that's not going to be great. I'm going to go in right now. I have outcycled the Recruits, I believe. Okay, not anymore, but goes for a Mighty. I know he has a gang in here, so I have to be ready for the Goblin gang. Just gonna Knight and then Ice Spirit off to the corner so that hopefully the Mortar doesn't attack the Knight, and it does not, so that is great. And he has forced a Fireball on my Xbow. I'm gonna go in again. This is a bit aggressive because the Mortar's still alive. It'll get one hit on the Xbow, but shouldn't be too bad. Plus I have outcycled his Fireball now. Get a Skeletons to catch this. Knight as well, and I can maybe get a lock here if I play my cards right. Gonna go for my Evo Archers in the middle, and that's definitely going to be a Fireball if I've ever seen one. I'm actually going to go in the right, misplaced a bit, but actually it's a good thing that I misplaced it, because that's actually going to be an anti-Fireball Xbow, and he actually, let's pretend that was intentional actually, and he actually does not catch this Xbow. Going to Ice Spirit to catch that Barb Barrel. I do miss it. That was kind of a weird placement, because on this higher Xbow it's a bit trickier to catch, but that's going to be a huge lock, guys. Pretty much a good game. I'm going to go in again, because that Fireball was probably at 4. I mean, that was quite a desperation Fireball if I've ever seen one, and he should be quite low in elixir. Knight as well. Mighty comes down, so he's going to defend this pretty easily, but I still think it's worth it to pressure, just keep the pressure up. I could honestly have fireballed those bats plus Mighty, but it would have been a bit aggressive anyways. I'll Knight to catch this Miner, because actually if he's not ready for it, I'll get a lock, and he doesn't have a small spell, so yeah, really good punish on my end actually. Just a tiny HP Xbow finishing the job, and that's going to be a nice win against Evo Mortar Royal Recruits Miner. Alright guys, so next game against SYC with some Japanese characters, maybe a Japanese player, or just likes the Japanese characters. Gonna start with an Ice Spirit. As usual, it is a pretty safe starting plan. I'll actually Xbow in the right. I don't know what he has, but this is a pretty good opportunity to find out, so if there's one tip I can give you guys as an Xbow player, you can always go, okay, really bad arrows by the way, you can always go for like early Xbows, just to try and find out what your opponent has. Don't overcommit to the Xbow. As you guys can see, I let it die against the E-Barbs that did not go anything, and so as a result his arrows were kind of useless, but you know, you can just kind of play stuff and, or play an early Xbow, find out what they have. I've seen E-Barbs, arrows, Goblin, Cage. I'm tempted to say Golem, honestly, which is quite rare. I have not seen Golem without pump in a while, so Goblin, Cage, Golem is pretty rare, and Golem E-Barbs is relatively rare too, because they usually do run the Evo Barbs these days, so interesting stuff. He's cycling very cheap cards though, so I can't really Xbow. You guys know the rule, 4 elixir in the back, you go Xbow. I kind of want to Xbow anyways against that Cage. Probably going to see a Golem or maybe another set of E-barbs. Yeah, Golem does come down, but that's still going to be a nice... oh, wow, wait, he misplaced the Golem? What? Okay, I did not expect that at all, guys. I find that emote pretty funny that he goes for it there, but yeah, I'm really surprised by that. Tesla does pop up just to kill that, and I'm actually going to cycle back to my Evo Archers instead of going for my Knight, because they do survive arrows, believe it or not, guys. They are pretty solid, and as you can see, he does go for the arrows, but Evo Archer surviving arrows is absolutely beautiful, and that's going to full defend this entire push. I'm actually going to go in the middle, because I have Evo Archers counter pushing, and he is very low in elixir. He might be able to E-barbs. No, he can't. He actually cannot afford them, so he was caught low in elixir. Goes for the bomber plus Skarmy, but damage is done. That is tower down, and that is a good game. As you guys can see, single elixir pressure is very key against Golem, and I guess if you're lucky like me, they can misplace their Golem all the way like that. Nonetheless, you know, still had to pull off a nice defense, of course, to survive after the Golem counter push, because basically I was dealing with a full HP Golem push with, like, being down 6 elixir, because I technically Xbowed into it, but it's pretty easy as well if you do have the Evo Archers in cycle, so I kind of set my cycle up pretty well for that push, and he was just in a lot of trouble, could not really do anything. So yeah, just gonna take the 3 crown. I guess he gave up. Pretty funny seeing an Xbow player make a Golem player give up, but I guess you can again get them in single if you really know what you're doing and if you catch them lacking. So nice win against Golem, E-barbs, arrows. Alright guys, so another game against Shadow, and I kind of recognize that clan. I don't know what he has, but I do recognize that clan. It's like a French clan, I think. I've seen quite a few top players from there, actually. So we see the bats. Was that Evo? I actually wasn't even paying attention. Okay, LumberLoon. I'll just go for my Knight plus Tesla. This will full counter, even if he goes for a spell. And that is going to be... Yeah, he can only hit the Tesla or the tower, not both. So he'll get death damage, but that is totally fine by me, actually. And I'm honestly considering Xbowing because he spent quite a lot there. I kind of want to Xbow just because I feel like he doesn't have many counters in hand right now, and he is down elixir for sure. All skeletons to predict maybe a musketeer. Oh wow, recruits. Okay, so he gives a good luck. I guess that was sarcastic, but yeah, we'll just let this Xbow go in that case. Not really a big deal. At least I know what he has. Again, early expos can help you find out what they have. And by the way, if you guys do enjoy the video, please make sure to like and subscribe. I've been grinding quite a lot with my ladder content recently, so if you guys do enjoy, feel free to show some support. It would help me out quite a bit, and yeah, never hurts. But recruits, I believe I saw Evo bats, if I'm not mistaken, so I don't think we're going to be dealing with Evo recruits. At least that is quite a good sign. And I believe I actually have my Evo archers next up. Yeah, they are coming up. I think I don't need to fireball. I'll actually go for my Xbow offensively here, push it over a couple tiles so that I can maybe get more mileage out of this. And unfortunately the other tower stops targeting the balloon, so that's going to kill the Xbow. Not before we get about 300-400 damage off of it though, so pretty solid chip damage coming in, but yeah, kind of annoying, I guess. He's going to get a fair amount of damage there, but, or not a fair amount of damage, he's going to like force out my Xbow and kind of mess my cycle up, rather. That's what I meant to say, but it's still not a big deal. Oh, he has an Evo Firecracker. Okay, I thought it was Evo Bats, but I guess I did not really see the Evo sign on them. Gonna go for my Ice Spirit low, activate King, then Knight for the Firecracker, and lastly Tesla, and this will be very easily defended with the help of the Evo Archers as well. Should be no death damage too. He gives the wow. He's actually going to take some chip in the right, guys. That's actually going to put his right tower down below the left tower's HP. So, well, he takes like 5 Knight hits there. Definitely not what you want to see if you're my opponent. Just going to Xbow, because that will lock on. Okay, he goes for an I tower. That is surprising. So he has an Inferno tower. This is a ridiculous deck, guys. It's like recruits LumberLoon, and he has a random Inferno tower. Wow, but I guess you do have to know how to play against any deck at this point on Path of Legends. So yeah, also we are still with level 15 cards, as you guys can see. You know, I did make a video on this. I'll fireball this time. You know, he's been like feeding me fireballs for quite a while, but I decided not to take them until just now. But that one was a bit too much to ignore. That was just a really juicy fireball, but I'll actually go in again, and I can get my Evo Archers ready to snipe. I'm going to play them lower down to maximize the power shot potential. Knight, and he does go for Evo Firecracker, so good thing I caught it with the Knight. Just going to log the Firecracker back, and okay, that's going to be a dead Xbow for sure, I think, anyways, right? Or at least it kills... Oh, it does not kill the Firecracker, but the Archer will, so... Oh, not before he gets killed by the Firecracker. Wow, that Firecracker actually puts him in the lead. That is ridiculous, guys. Wow, but we get 2 shots in the left, which is pretty comforting for me because I kind of want to switch lanes. I don't really like going same lane, especially when he has a Firecracker. If he didn't have a Firecracker, I'd be totally comfortable with it, but just because he can splash anything, I don't really feel great about going same lane, so I am pretty happy about getting those 2 power shots in. I'll go for my pre-Tesla, yup, anticipating a balloon. Archer's in the corner. Notice I'm separating all my troops, guys, so he can't get a snowball on both my Tesla and the archers. He does kind of have to pick one. He does pick the tower, which I think is a good decision on his end. But nonetheless, I'll go in, Knight to break the Inferno tower. Nice, good catch. Ice Spirit as well. Skeleton so that the Firecracker doesn't splash my tower. And I think we got him. He should be very low in elixir. I'll go for my low Evo Archer's power shot, that lumberjack to death, and that's going to be a good game. I'll Xbow again in case he does somehow defend this one. The second one will be on tower as well. That will actually kill the Firecracker. Both are on tower. That is a good game. Nice overwhelm at the end there. Pretty interesting recruits deck, honestly, kind of crazy, but we were able to get the job done, so another very nice win. Alright guys, so in our game against Jusuf Pro, let's see what he's going to be running here. Looks like he has a top 600 global tournament finish. It should be a pretty decent player, if I'm not mistaken. I'll go for my skeletons for this ghost, and Ghost Fisherman looks like Royal Giant if I had to guess. I don't really see those cards in any other deck. You know, Fisherman has been used in quite a few other decks as of late, especially Goblin Giant decks, but Ghost is never using Goblin Giant, so that does lead me to believe it will be Royal Giant. We actually do see a RG at the back. I'm actually going to Knight and then Xbow. A bit aggressive on my end, but I feel comfortable with it because he should be pretty bad in terms of his cycle. Yeah, he has a pretty bad cycle. All archers to kill the ghost and subsequently help, and he goes for a pretty aggressive fireball. But I'll just skeletons Ice Spirit for this RG, and then I can log it back to only take 1 hit. So after he gets a hit, I'll log it back to reset the attack animation, and that is only going to be 1 hit, so pretty good. He does have his Evo RG in cycle, but I not only have my Evo Archers next up, but I didn't even use my Tesla against that RG, which is a pretty big thing to do, guys. If you are in that situation against RG, you don't always want to use your Tesla because they might outcycle you, they might do some crazy stuff. And especially there, he did outcycle me. So if I went Tesla for that RG, he could have gone Evo RG the bridge, and I would have been in trouble. So that's why I tried to defend that RG without going for a Tesla. Just went for my Night Cycle cards again. I'll Knight for this Ghost. Pretty standard single elixir right now. Standard Tesla is always a safe play against the Fisherman in the back. And I'll actually just take a Fireball on that Phoenix. Why not? And he actually just Fireballs my Knight back, which is honestly a fair play, I suppose. But yeah, it's all about spell cycle, guys, so I am totally fine taking that Fireball. And I'll just put my Evo Archers in the back, and he could go RG right now, but I'm not really worried about it, because I do have my Tesla next up. That's the beauty of pre-Teslas as well. And I'm actually going to go in, I think, just to force out an Evo RG, why not? And maybe he goes for one in the back. Okay, if I did catch that, that would have been a huge lock. Oh, speaking of huge lock, he actually does, I don't know what that was about, maybe he panicked, guys, but I guess another pro tip for you guys, sometimes people just Omega panic when you go Xbow. I don't know why, it actually happens quite a lot though, like just now. I'll just Skeletons Ice Spirit again for this RG, not waste a Tesla on it, and that's pretty much good game. That is game-winning damage in the left right there. Well, he's going to get a Ghost hit, a bit unfortunate because my Archer was a bit too far, but it's all good. We are still up over 1,000 HP, so really no concerns whatsoever. I'll Knight the back and the right, yup, anticipating a Ghost in the back or an RG coming down. He Fireballs, I'll actually just Fireball back. No real issue there, because the Knight's only purpose is to defend that Ghost, and it will still defend the Ghost even if it got Fireballed like that, so not really concerned. I'll Archers as well to snipe this Phoenix. E-Spirit is going to take them out, or one of them out anyways, but still not really a big issue. He's definitely going to go Evo RG. Oh no, he doesn't have Evo, never mind. He's definitely going to go RG the bridge, I knew it. I have my Evo Archers though. I don't even need to use them. I'll actually just Expo to pull this RG over, and then go Skeletons. Sadly, the pre-log does get me. That was well played. But he still has to respond to this Expo, guys. Otherwise, that is a lock. I'll Knight to catch the Ghost, and that is good game. Nice. He has to Fireball right now. Or, yeah, he does Fireball, but, I mean, still a good game. I'll Fireball back again. I've pretty much just been mirroring his Fireballs with Fireballs of my own, and I feel no issue with that. I feel like it's honestly pretty good, and he is pretty upset. He gives a good luck. But, it is what it is, you know, just doing what I have to do. And at that point, that's just Spell Cycle range, so just need a couple Fireballs to take it. I'll just Defensive Expo, though. No need to rush anything as well, just because it's going to be a bit more. It's going to be 3 Fireballs, not tree. 3 Fireballs or a couple of logs and then 2 Fireballs, which is what I'm going for. Looks like he gave up, though. No, he did not. What the hell was that log then? I don't know what that was about, guys. He just went log. Did you see he went log on his side? I don't know what that was about. But I'll just Expo. He lets the Knight go. Okay, yeah, he definitely went way too aggro there. Didn't really have anything for my Expo or my Knight for that matter, so nice win. Against RG, that is going to put me 1 step below the center threshold, I think. I'll go for 1 more win. Alright guys, so we're game against Jason AP. Going for 1 more win, and let's see what we can do. in this match so far. Ladder has not been too difficult. I lost like twice or thrice in Grand Champ live on stream. I was streaming a few days ago, but ever since then I don't think I've lost, so I only have like 2 or 3 losses. I think it's 3 losses. One was a really bad matchup, and then 2 were on me. I think I have 3 losses, yeah. So we see a Dark Prince. Archer's Dark Prince. This looks like maybe Goblin Giant, if I had to guess. I'll just Ice Spirit, and that's going to protect my Tesla a little bit. Yeah, I'm not sure what this is. Most likely Goblin Giant, I guess, after seeing Archers and Dark Prince. But it could really be anything. I mean, Archers are used in every deck. I just really hope it's not Giant Graveyard, because that's possible, and that would be terrible. Oh, he has an MK? What? Okay, I'll just Fireball the LP. Then the Archer will take it out before he can get the chance to use ability. I do have my Knight back in Cycle. He goes Ghost. Okay, I'm going to have to, like, I guess Skelly surround the Ghost and maybe cut it inside with my... Okay, that was not really a success in any means, but that should be an okay defense against the MKO activation. Okay, good placement on my end. That is how you activate King, but sadly, the MK was a bit too DPS down to actually activate King, but nonetheless, decent enough initiative. I'm actually going to go in because he is not back to MK right now. So what does he have? He has... Oh, he has a Goblin Giant. Wow, Goblin Giant MK. Okay, that is very toxic, kind of annoying, but it is what it is. You know, you have to get used to these ridiculous decks, guys. Like, this is the state of the game right now. Literally, Goblin Giant Mega Knight, because why not, right? Literally just why not? Like, why wouldn't this deck be a thing? It makes absolute sense on paper. Just why not? Anyways, though, we are down a bit, which is a bit unfortunate, but I feel pretty confident coming back, especially against a player like this. Like, he's not really... I'm going to give Sarcastic well played, honestly. This is kind of tilting, but he's not really playing that well. Like, he's literally just spamming cards, it feels like, so... I don't think this should be too tricky. My Knight is nowhere to be seen, man. I have to cycle back to that really fast. He does Fireball my Archer off, which is, I guess, a fair play. I'll log, and then Skeletons keep my Evo Archer in the right alive at least. And okay, that is problematic. I'll go Knight on the Evo Archer. Goblin Giant gets pushed off of the Tesla. But I get 3 Evo Archer shots in the right guy, so damage kind of equalized. And I have a feeling he's going to Xbow, or rather I have a feeling he's going to MK on top of the Knight plus Archers. It's just like, yeah, as an MK player, you know, I can imagine, like, oh, seeing Knight plus Archers, oh, that's an MK. Like, let me get that MK value. So I had a feeling he was going to do that. Just kind of put myself in his shoes. It is pretty important, guys, to predict what your opponent's going to do. Like, you should always know what they're going to do. It's never really detrimental. I'll log and then Ice Spirit Skellies to keep my Tesla alive just a little bit longer so I don't take any Goblin Giant damage on the tower. We do actually get a nice Archer shot in the right, which is going to put me in the lead, so... I don't know what this guy's doing, guys, but he's just, like, letting me chip him out without Xbows. Literally just Archers chipping him out in the right, which is not good for him, but I will take it. I'll center Tesla again. Goes for an MK. I do have my Evo Archers ready. I guess I'll just split them. I mean, he has a Fireball, right? So I can't really, like, give him Fireball value by stacking them. I'd rather actually get value off my Evo Archers. He does choose to just Fireball one off. I'll actually just Fireball Tower back. Honestly, I feel pretty comfortable doing that, even though he's going to Goblin Giant right now. I feel like that was a good play because I need the damage, and this should be an easy defense. I mean, the Evo Archer is going to help out from the other side. And yeah, no real issues. So we are still maintaining our lead right now. And Archers will kill this LP. I'll Knight for the Ghost. If I had Skeletons, I would have loved to go for them, but sadly my cycle does not allow for that. Nonetheless, we are still up 150, so as long as we're just constantly up a Fireball in the last few seconds of triple, I'll just chuck another Fireball and that'll be the win. So, and nice, he does Fireball in the lane that he does not want to go for, so that's why, guys, you can stack Archers in the lane that they're not going in for. That way you can actually afford to give them bait intentionally, and sometimes they will take it. So we have 2 Teslas on the board right now. I'll just defensive Expo. Kind of playing Clash of Clans right now. But that's all you can really do in this matchup, quite frankly. And he lets the Ice Spirit connect. Really big misplay. I guess he just really wanted to get that MK jump on the Archer, but still big misplay. I'll stack Archers in the corner again, just never giving him Fireball value on my left side tower, guys. You can see I give him value on the Tesla plus Expo, give him value on the Archers plus Expo, Archers plus tower on the right, but never the left side tower ever, because I just can't let him Fireball my tower. I'm just trying to prevent as much damage as I can on that side. And I think he gave up. He's not playing anything, so nice win against Goblin Giant MK, guys. Not an easy matchup by any means, but you can definitely outplay by playing patient. And I guess just if they mess up and give you counter pushes with the Evo Archers and stuff like that, you can get stuff done, because They're not the best players, quite frankly, but that's going to be a nice win. That's going to put me halfway up Royal Champion with the Elite Wildcards. And yeah, undefeated ladder push. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.